Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal. We're going to talk about what's going on. Why does our narcissist hate us? What exactly does that mean? Why do we even end up with them if they ended up, they hated us almost like from the beginning in a sense. So to kind of understand these crazy relationships, let's say kind of compared to cheerleading. Okay, so you want to be a part of something, and it's your dream. This is what you want. So the narcissist, they have this dream of the status of being a part of something, being recognized, keeping busy. So what they do is they have this lonely life, and they just want to be a part of something. So they pick something that's going to suit their needs. That seems to work out. They get this recognition, they get this everything that they see as desirable to them, and they saw good traits in you. So let's say it's a talented cheer team as opposed to a crappy one. So you want to be a part of it. So they want to be a part of you and the dream. So they latch on. But let's say I audition and I want to be like the head cheerleader. So I'm learning from her, this and that. And then when it's time, I start to resent her because I feel I'm better than her. Just like the narcissist, they feel they're better, or entitled. Like I'm the one who went above and beyond and did all these fundraisers. Now I feel entitled. So the narcissist has these entitlement issues. And then with the head cheerleader, you start to in a narcissistic mind resent that person. When you're talking with them, you're just talking to them because you want to be a part of the team, because you have all this resentment. It's just going through the motions. You're not connecting with this person because you're jealous of them. You might want to learn from them, like how did you get in with the coach? What kind of tricks did you do to beat out the other cheerleaders? And that's what the narcissist is doing, is they're trying to beat out the rest of society. They're trying to latch onto something. They believe entitled to be the best of the best. And when we inflict, as they put it, a narcissistic injury, or if we annoy them in some way, the resentment grows. And it's like in the beginning, they just wanted to latch on to something, just like latching onto the cheer team, being a part of it. They didn't really think it through on who they'd really be dealing with. And so since they're so self-centered, they don't see it as being a part of a team. They see it as, I'm not going to be happy until I get your recognition that I'm the best of the best. And once we either see them as equals or want to take turns on that, that's not even good enough for them. They want complete respect. They often don't earn it. They think that in the beginning they earned it, and they kind of did. We were respectful to them, but when we get disrespected, they're canceling plans or lying to us, or it's usually something that they created waves, and we're trying to work through it. And the narcissist doesn't like that, because it's kind of like us calling them out and telling them something went wrong. They don't want to hear it. They want to pretend that everything's okay, that they do nothing wrong, that they're allowed to do whatever. And we can't question what they're doing. And that's where the team falls apart. Just like if I was a cheerleader, I'm like, I'm going to do this stunt on my own in the middle of the routine. And it's like, you can't just go do what you want when you're part of a team. It messes things up, and the narcissist will kind of act a fool sometimes in these rages. Just like, that cheerleader, it's like, you just ruined you stand out as a fool when you start to show off. So the narcissist tries to show off their power, and they need it so bad that they'll often go into rages, and it can be at the drop of a hat. When we go through that, we go through a reactive abuse. So sometimes we can react poorly to them because we're so frustrated at this time. But narcissists are very hard to deal with because they're always going to disrupt the team. They're always going to want to be the center of attention, whether it's the poor me type of center of attention, just like the cheerleader, like, I'm always hurt, I'm always hurt, I'm always hurt. Well, that's not helping the team. If the narcissist would work to make things better, or to uphold their promises, they could have great relationships, but they're so cyclical, because they'll settle in, fine, I'll do the routine, I'll do the routine. And then it's like, I'm not getting the recognition that I want, because I have to share it. And they start resenting us for things that are something that should be celebrated. If we have anything good happen to us and the attention is taken off of them, they resent us for that. If we irritate them in some way on accident, we're trying to be respectful, but if anything goes wrong in their perfect little world, they resent us. If we have to tend to the baby crying, they resent us that, we weren't able to, I don't know, make a big meal for dinner. And it's like, I can only do so much, but they don't look at, oh, that's so sweet, the baby's taken care of, or she's trying, or she must be tired, maybe I can offer help. They often don't offer solutions or offer to help. They'll do things. A lot of them do like their organization. There are things. My first ex was very clean. Both of them were. But my first one was like above and beyond. And that's the thing too, is narcissists often have OCD, and they have an obsessive compulsive disorder too. And there are a lot of similar traits in narcissists that always destroy a relationship. And it's that resentment that kind of comes out of the blue. We think, that they're excited to be part of our team, our marriage, or our relationship. But they went into it for different reasons. They went into it not because it's not that they didn't like you. They didn't get to know you, for one thing. It was just, let me on the team, let me on the team. And that's why they go so quickly. And then when their needs aren't met, and we're trying to meet their needs, but they have this resentment that we don't know exactly what they want. And when we try to talk through things, narcissists hate when we explain why, because they take it as a personal injury. I had a good example. What was it? Something like if you say, can you make sure you call, because it kind of hurts, or I start to worry, or whatever. They take it the wrong way. We're just trying to convey our feelings, but they take it as, last time you messed up, you're not smart enough to know how to handle it. They take it personally when we're just trying to reinforce that, it does hurt. I'm just asking you to call. And we kind of had that set up. If you go out of town, you'll call and say goodnight. And it's not even that we think they're cheating on us. It's just, it's just nice to say goodnight to each other. And if it's important to you, you're just kind of conveying it. And they can say no, and make other arrangements. Maybe they'll text you, but they take it as not us conveying our feelings about us. They take it as they're a failure in our eyes. So when we try to explain why, they take it as they're a failure. And that's why I've learned, but you want to reinforce what you're trying to say, because we can't just trust where I'm like, hey, give me a call when you get there. A lot of times I will, but if it's inconsistent, and that's where the trauma bond comes, because we can't set up anything consistent with them. And they purposely, or even subconsciously, they sometimes will do it as a game to be like, yeah, we'll see if you call me first, and then I can blame it on you. Like, well, you could have called. And it's like, well, I don't know when you get there. But it's just games that they can play. And it's interesting how they have a hatred for us for something that's, should I really hate the head cheerleader because she's doing a great job? Should I hate her? Should I try to undermine her? But that's what the narcissist is doing, is they're undermining, just so they can have what they want. They don't consider the whole team, the whole family. They can leave a family at the drop of a hat because it's not suiting their needs. They'll go to a different team if that team is going to acknowledge they're the best of the best, or they're going to try again with a new supply to see who they can fool, and enjoy that challenge, enjoy fooling them if they can talk it up enough to get to the head cheerleader, or the however you want to say it. But they're very conniving, and the hatred that they have isn't you as a person, like your traits. They hate how they feel when we try to communicate with them, or they hate that they have to compromise, and it's all about them. And in the beginning, they don't show that. They come to us saying that, we're their soulmates, and we're everything. And then one little thing, and it falls apart. And that's when we start to kind of go into panic mode to try and repair it. And once we repair it, they see us as a kiss up, to where they're getting attention that way. And they'll take bad or good attention. And it just starts to get where they're just happy getting attention doing nothing. It's easier. And it's an ego stroke that we're chasing them. And it's a push-pull, because it's when we do it too much, that's when the discard comes. It's like, okay, you chased me enough. I promised you enough. I didn't come through enough. I didn't try enough. You sure did. That's pretty weak, as opposed to looking at like, that's a big strength. You went through hell and back. They look at it as a weakness instead of a strength. So big hugs to you. And I don't hate you. Have a good day.